Oh, that's the wrong camera.
Wow.
1 second.
We're
I
s-
don't know why that's the one that's getting picked up by the Discord right now.
we're
Uh,
we're starting out hot.
um, where do I choose the camera? I'm like, I don't know why it's grabbing the cat cam
Yep.
when there's no cat there and like the camera is almost on the floor
If
because
you're ready for battle, you better get on the saddle. We got some demons to tackle, yeah. We about to put on a show. These haters don't even know.
Top 3 favorite anime characters of all time.
the rocket tweets from Pokemon.
Yeah, you would have to use your mouth.
I don't know what's going on with Big Radiohead today. Cody asks, I watched last week's episode, but I couldn't stop focusing on that nasty red spot above Anthony's eye.
Damn.
When you come to the ring, which song do we got?
Take off the thumb.
Oh, it's not a thong.
Oh my god. All right, you're not doing that to the ring. Are there any games out there that represent your life, like something you can relate to? It's the most depressing game, Elden Ring. I could probably relate to Kaylin. Yeah, Kaylin in Elden Ring, that whole area, I relate to all of that.
Anthony has anxiety.
That whole thing is great. Thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of Junk Mail Tuesday. We've been gone for 3 weeks because we've had 2 birthdays, right? Happy belated birthdays to the both of us. We are forever young. I've got Pink, I've got Pink Radiohead here with me, and yes,
That's me.
that is you. In fact, Pink had a birthday. I had a birthday the next week after that, and then right after that was Thanksgiving. So November is like a huge week. Or month, excuse me. It's a huge month. But it felt like a week. Like, it went by quick as hell. It felt like a week.
Yeah, it's not fair. Like, birthday month should be longer.
Exactly. Well, that's why we got a 3-week birthday break. Neither one of us are like super big into Thanksgiving, so it's kind of like an extended birthday holiday situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We are back with some more amazing questions. We got some good ones in here this week that I'm excited for Pink to check out. I had one more thing I needed to check. Make sure I got it ready. I'm sorry. Let me see. Travel. Oh! I do got it. Okay. So, y'all know anybody who's been here before, you know how this goes. If you're new, what we do here is we let people send us in questions either via Discord, social media. You can DM me on anything. I'm Anthony Streams on everything. You can DM me personally. You can join the Discord. You can put them down in the YouTube comments. Either way, we'll find your questions. But we're doing something a little different here because a longtime listener, C Tom, has given us a game. He gave us a question too, but he also gave us a game, a little mini game for Pink here. This is
For
brand
me?
new. Yes, this is a live reaction from Pink. She has no clue we're doing this. But are you ready? Are you ready for a little mini game? It's easy. It's easy.
I'm sorry if my reaction was underwhelming.
You can't just surprise Pink. Like, you got it. But this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Are you ready for this?
Okay. All
right. So he gave us 1, 2, 3, 4 scenarios, and you have to guess, or not guess. I guess you got to tell us who somebody's gonna get jumped. You gotta decide who you're gonna help jump in this situation.
Oh, God.
So right off the bat,
I'm gonna help jump them.
yeah, you're gonna help jump somebody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And right off the bat, C Tom wants to know, are you gonna help Mario jump Luigi or help Luigi jump Mario?
Help Luigi.
Damn! Why? Wait, why? Why Mario?
Because he's the oldest. He's probably
Yeah.
the favorite. Everyone loves him. Fuck him.
Yeah, I was just about to say, and fuck him, right? Just fuck Mario. All right, well, Luigi's gonna advance. This is not a tournament bracket, but he's just gonna advance anyways. Are you gonna help Goku jump Naruto or help Naruto jump Goku?
I feel like Goku needs no help. Also, probably Naruto doesn't, but okay, Naruto, I'll help Naruto.
You gonna help Naruto? Nice, nice.
No reason, just because.
Another one because he's already just too popular. Everybody already likes Goku, so it's like
Probably.
yeah, okay. All right, we got a holiday one here. This is so fucking random. Are you gonna help Santa Claus jump the Easter Bunny? Or are you gonna help the Easter Bunny jump Santa?
This is a difficult one. Because I don't want the bunny to get hurt, but the bunny supposedly brings like chocolate, right?
The Easter Bunny? Yeah, it's chocolate and eggs and shit like that.
And then Santa brings supposedly gifts to everyone. But in reality, we all know who Santa is. Let's jump.
It's
I'll
me.
help Bunny. I'll help the bunny.
You're gonna help
I'll
the
help
you're gonna
bunny.
help the bunny jumps. I think I would go. I'm a big Santa Claus freak. That's the one thing like about me is I'm a huge Christmas freak. So I've had like my tree put up like for a few weeks now already. I love Christmas. Like I'm not a I'm not a religious Christmas dude, but I just like the cartoon shit, the animated like Santa Claus and Frosty and Rudolph and all that shit. I've never outgrown it. I love buying. I'm 32 years old and I still buy my friends gifts every year. Like I go to the mall and buy gifts for my friends because I love doing that shit.
I do love that, but it's not Santa. It's us doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. I'm
And
Santa
like,
Claus.
and like the gifts are our parents. When we're kids, it's our parents. So
This is wild. Ladies and gentlemen, send your hate comments to Pink if your kids just heard that there's no Santa. That was not me. I didn't say that.
listen, you want to know how I found out? Sorry, I'm interrupting the video.
No,
game
let's
for a
go. This
short
is no. This is
story.
going to be
For a
entertaining.
short story.
Yes, let's hear this.
So, when I don't remember how old I was. My sister was like 12, so I was probably 9 or 8. I don't know. It's not that I fully believed in Santa, but I wasn't sure yet because I always had like that wonder, maybe he does. And also, the thing is that in Venezuela, like it's not Santa who comes, it's El Niño Jesus, which is Jesus, but at the same time, it's also Santa.
Right.
So it's just like, anyway, my sister already knew, and I guess my parents knew, and my sister was always good at wrapping gifts. So one time she was in a room, like locked in there, like right before the holidays, and we figure out what she was doing and we'll like open the door on her. Oh yeah, I remember what I did. My cousin and I found like a wire hanger and open it up and then put it through the door to
Oh
open.
shit! Yeah.
So like we opened the door where she was locked and then we found her like wrapping the presents.
Damn.
And we were like, and I was like, whoa. Oh my God, Santa's not real. And then since my sister was scared that I was gonna tell my parents that I found out, her and my cousin were like, no, Lily's not like that. We just have bad news. And I feel like they made it worse. We just had bad news. Like, Santa died. Okay.
What? Wait, they told you Santa died? What the fuck?
Yeah, he was found dead. Like somewhere. I'm like,
Oh my god.
really? And they were like, yeah, he died. So now we have to do the presents ourselves. Wow. Wow, that's sad. And like, you know,
Fucked
part
up.
of me didn't believe it, but part of me did believe it. And I was like, shit, that is very sad. And I'm like, well, but we still have a Niño Jesus, right?
Oh my god. Pink, what the fuck was
Anyway.
happening over there? That's a insane way. Like that's Santa's dead is fucked up. Like just
That's
I feel
how
like
they fixed it.
yeah, I feel like at that point just saying that Santa's not real was would have been a less traumatizing than fucking Santa died. Did they tell you how or they just said he was just dead?
They told me they just found him dead. So in my mind, I just imagine him like out of like his thingy. What is that called? The thing that he writes.
The
like
sleigh?
out of it in
The
the snow
sleigh?
like this.
Yeah, the sleigh.
Yeah, the sleigh. I just imagine him like this. And like the reindeers and stuff like shit
Why is
around
not
him like that.
why is not having it like it sounds more fucked up just saying he was found dead than even saying like he was shot or anything. Like he was just found dead is traumatizing. That's fucked up.
I feel like in my mind I feel the gaps like he had an accident while he was like riding his sleigh.
God damn, that is so traumatizing. Well, all right. You want
Oh, I
to?
guess
You
my
want?
sister Santa now.
Well, if you were wondering what happened to Santa, there's what happened.
That's what
Um.
happened.
Okay, let's jump. God damn, I'm so like fucked up. I don't even know. Like, I'm just like, let's get back to the game. My mind is blown at this point. Okay, we only got two more. Oh no, we're on the last one. Okay, are you gonna help Pink? Watch your answer. Watch your answer.
You watch it.
Do you want to help Link jump Anthony or help Anthony jump Link?
I'm sorry.
That's fucked up, man. Link? The
I've
fuck?
known Link for longer. Link has been
Oh
with
my,
me since I was 8.
oh my god. We've just learned a lot about Pink, y'all. In one short, no more mini games. Don't send no fucking mini games back over here no more. God damn.
It's okay because it's not real.
Yeah, that's
Santa.
right. That's right. And wrestling. One day I'll get into the story of when I found out that wasn't real. That was traumatizing. I've never been the same since. It's the root of all my depression. I was like, yo, when they blew up that car when Vince McMahon was in it, how did he live? My mom is just trying everything not to tell me. She's like, I don't know how he survived that.
Superhero powers.
Yeah, he's super fucking human. Okay, let's get into some questions here. We'll start with C Tom since he gave us that little mini game. C Tom wants to know, what are your opinions on the Game Award nominations, and did anyone get robbed in your opinion? Um,
Yeah, I don't think anyone really got robbed. And if anybody thinks of someone, please, obviously, it's up to you. Like in general, I'm not much of an awards person,
mhm,
but I did like the nominations, especially like the indie games a lot.
mhm,
Because those are all games that I have on my list to continue playing or to start playing. 100% on with the game of the years as well. Um, so yeah, no, I'm actually really happy, and I know that a lot of people were having an issue with the remake of Resident Evil, and I
mhm,
saw you mention that on your video. I don't, and I'll tell you why. I think that even though it's a remake, it's I went in thinking that I was gonna play something that I already played but better, or not better actually, not that's not the word, but remade, right? Like something that I already played and I was gonna be able to do it. But then at the beginning when you said like, do you wanna do like the hero mode or like the simple mode, I still did the simple because I wasn't sure. And honestly, I could not go through it. It was not the same as what I played
right.
years ago. And that was something that I actually spoke to my brother about and a couple of other people that actually play that game. And they felt exactly the same way. It's just like, it's a great game and it's not the same. Like, even though it's a remake, it actually, if you play it, you will know why it is a nomination. And that's what people that are like Resident Evil lovers that had played the Resident Evil 4 like before the remake like told me as well, right? So,
Mhm.
I would say like, no, I'm good with it. I'm happy with it. And if I'm forgetting someone, I'm sorry. Like I wish I would have played all those games, but I haven't. So
Yeah, well, I mean, it's way too much money. I've played way too many of them and spent way
exactly.
too much on them. I kind of like, so I heard somebody explain this pretty well. We were talking about it in somebody's Twitch channel the other day, and they were saying that they're fine with the remakes. Uh, they just kind of feel like if the game is completely different, uh, or like a big enough difference from the original that you can tell a difference, like you're saying, like what you've played with Resident Evil 4 remake, that there was it was not the same game to you. Um, if it's not the same game and there's a major difference and it should be able to be in game of the year, they just kind of think that like in a year like this they may not have went remake because there were so many games. And I can kind of see that point too. I see all points in this, other than that remakes can't be game of the year. I don't really agree with that as long as there is a difference. Now, if you're just like PlayStation will go and put old PlayStation games on their PlayStation Plus, like my favorite game of all time, Legend Dragoon, which came out 2001. They didn't change anything with it. They just put it on the PS5. On the
Yeah,
PS5.
that cannot be there.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as it's nothing like that, as long as there's a, a significant difference, I don't think I would be okay. Only speaking personally with The Last of Us that they keep remaking. I wouldn't want to. I don't think that should be nominated for a game of the year, remake wise. But it looked like, and I haven't played Resident Evil 4, so I don't like speaking to Resident Evil 4 directly. I haven't played either one, the original or the remake. But just from looking at it, it looks different, and everybody who's played it has also said the same thing you said, that it was significantly different. So, I don't know. I can't speak for Resident Evil 4 by itself because I haven't played either one. But just remakes, I kind of just agree with what a lot of others are saying, which was very similar to you, which is like as long as it's significantly different from the original that got put out. For me personally, I just got done with Final Fantasy 16, and I was in my room just crying, just like, oh my god, that was a beautiful story. It was by far the best story in the game that I've played in a very long time. Final Fantasy 16 is really good. I think it should have been up for Game of the Year. But like when you look at the list, it's so hard to take something off. So for me personally, I probably would that would have been a situation where I would take a remake off and put Final Fantasy 16 in there. But I'm also okay with the list the way it is. It's hard to say the word robbed because there was just so many good games, but Final Fantasy 16, I cannot believe it's so hard to think like it's not in the game of the year. It is up for
But
best
it's
story.
up for narrative, though.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
up
it
for
is up for
narrative,
story.
so yeah, if it's about that, it's there, you know?
Yeah, but it's not just the story either. It's all the way the combat in that game, I think, is some of the most fun combat that I've played in a really long time too, because there's just so many icons with so many different powers, and you can pick if you want to use this icon or that icon. They have Ifrit, which is like fire, and they have all these different icons that do like the different elements like ice and earthy and all that kind of shit. And you can pick what you want. They all have like super dope attacks and specials, and I just think the combat in it was a lot of fun. It just feels like definitely like a 9.5 or a 10 to me, somewhere within that range. And if anybody hasn't played it, man, I suggest you put that high on your list. It's not a difficult game at all. The complaint is that it's too easy. I did not mind having an easy game at this point because between Elden Ring and Lies of P, I'm already stressed the fuck out as it is. So I'm not going to complain about the easiness on there. Outside of that, my only other opinion, and I'll get back to you if you have anything else you want to say about the Game Awards. The only other opinion I have on the Game Awards, I don't think Lies of P should be in Best Art Direction. I think Lies of P is a lot of fun. I love Lies of P. I like Souls-like games, so it's right up my alley. But art direction, it's not doing anything that other Souls games hasn't already done. It looks like a Souls-like game. It doesn't feel like it's moving the needle as if you're using art direction, as in like you're moving the needle forward. It's not doing anything different to me. It looks just like a Souls game. Today I was streaming in the morning and I got to an area that looked just like an Elden Ring area, just like it. Like it looked like an Elden Ring map, like down into the sewers. So I don't think Lies of P
But
should be
just
in there.
because it's not doing something new doesn't mean that it's not doing something well. Because that's not what our best art direction is, not who's doing the best art direction and that is new, but it's like who's doing the best art direction.
The way it was explained to me was that art direction means like they're doing something new and pushing it forward. If I'm wrong into the definition of that, then that's on me. But the way it was explained to
It's
me
like
was that it's
outstanding creative or technical achievement and artistic design and animation. So is the art design good? Is the animation good?
okay. Then I stand corrected. Then it's not about moving it forward. And my apologies. I went off of something somebody else told me. Then yeah, I'm okay with Liza P being in there. Then. Did you have anything you wanted to add on about Game Awards?
No. I already told you what I disagree with you on. on your video when you're talking about scoring music. Do not come after The Legend of Zelda. That has the best scoring
Oh
music,
yeah.
period.
I did.
Period.
I did. So on a YouTube video, I did make a video about my opinions on the Game Awards, and I shouldn't have dismissed it so quickly. I agree with. I shouldn't have dismissed it so quickly. But sometimes I just like I'm recording and shit flies out my mouth. Zelda does have an amazing soundtrack. I just believe there were soundtracks that were better. I think Chia should have been in there. Chia had an amazing soundtrack. The culture in that game that went along with like the music and everything, the music of that, even when you go into boss fights in different areas and different islands, the music is just beautiful. But that's just me. Like there's nothing against
Right,
Zelda
but
being
you
in it.
don't take out Zelda for that.
Okay.
Like, how dare you? Like,
That's fair. That's fair. All right, there we go. On to Jordan, who said, how likely are you to replay a game after you beat it, and how often do you play DLC?
Uh, okay, so that's a rough one because it depends. It has to be a game that I actually want to replay. It's not very often that it
Mhm.
happens. It used to happen way more when I was a kid, and I would replay the same game over and over again. Everybody on this podcast that have come back and have listened to this already know what that game is. It is Ocarina of Time. I have
Yeah.
replayed that game many,
Yep.
many times. I did replay the Master Quest too, and every time that I remember that I have it, I will replay it again. But I will say DLCs too. I can come back for DLCs, but I really have to really like the game. I actually got the DLCs on Breath of the Wild and I played them, and then also waiting for the ones on Tears of the Kingdom. So you
Mhm.
already know my answer on that area, but like also I do have to want what am I talking?
You're all
What
right.
am I saying? I want to play the DLC for Cyberpunk 2077 because I actually was enjoying it when it was really buggy. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
imagine that I will enjoy it with the DLC as well, especially now that they have really improved all of it.
Hmm.
I really want to play it. Yeah.
Yeah, I put off playing Cyberpunk until they fixed the game. So I just never bought it. And now that it's fixed, it is something I want to jump to. I just haven't had that because it's been fixed for a little bit now. I just haven't had the
Yeah.
time to go back and play it. I've never done a
There's so many things
DLC.
going on in the game
Yeah,
world. Like
it's
it's just
not
like
happening.
it's just hard to keep up. I
Yeah.
always like sometimes I spend my entire day saying that I'm gonna go play something and I don't even start. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like if I'm not doing anything, at least play a video game, you know?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I've never played a DLC before, ever. Like I've never played one. Excuse me.
Hmm.
Oh, that was nasty. I apologize. I'm stuck in my throat. I've never played a DLC. I've gone back and replayed games. It's not very likely. Uh Legend of Dragoon, um Elden Ring. I there's not many more that I've gone. I've gone back and done Red Dead Redemption. I've played Kana 3 times. So I guess I guess this year definitely not. Like you said, there's just too much going on. I haven't had time to play every game, let alone go back and play another one twice.
I have replayed I think anything from 64, I have replayed it. Like Joshi's story.
Yeah.
Kirby, I think it was called something with the shards. I forgot what it was called. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
You was going in with them Zelda games, yo. I've never beat one before.
um. Oh yeah, you haven't continued with Ocarina of Time.
No, I haven't, not since that stream, no.
So I know you mentioned to me because we were talking off camera. We were talking of Sea of Stars because I was
Mhm.
telling him I'm usually not very good with like turn-based combat. Like I'm like I was getting into the rhythm of it with Sea of Stars. Like, but like I was telling Anthony, I'm sorry that I'm taking the conversation somewhere else.
No, go
But
ahead.
like anyway, I was telling Anthony that the fights, like when they're preparing you for like the first big fight on your trials, they're kind of like a math teacher. They're like 2 + 2 =
Mhm.
4, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, easy. And then you get to this dude, and then I'm fucking getting hammered and destroyed immediately. I'm like, Hello. So I forgot what I was saying about that.
You were talking about the struggling with the main boss of not the main boss, the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
boss in Sea of Stars.
yeah. But I don't know why.
Oh, well, I mean, we could use this time to talk about how great Sea of Stars is because the game is fucking phenomenal.
It has many nominations for the Game Awards as well.
Yes, it should. I thought this is how crazy the year got. So Sea of Stars, I was like, there's no way this doesn't make Game of the Year because it's like awesome. And then like Mario RPG came out. Well, Mario RPG came out late, but there was a my dates are gonna be messed up because my memory's bad. But there was a bunch of games that came out after that was just like, oh yeah, it's not Alan Wake 2, Mario RPG. I was like, okay, yeah, Sea of Stars ain't. It's not gonna happen. But they did great.
No, it will. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to that. I love Moonerang. That move Moonerang, I've used it
That's
all
what
the
I was
way
gonna
through.
tell you. That's what I was gonna tell you. The
Yeah,
Moonerang.
I
So
love it.
I was Ocarina of Time. If you continue, please continue.
Mhm.
Stop being bad at the game. Play
I'm
it.
terrible. Yes.
No, like, well, I think you were. I don't know. You just need to play it. It's easy once you figure it out. Except when you get to the Temple of Water. But anyway, the thing is, there's a fight with Ganon where he's throwing things. He's throwing this ball of light at you, and you actually return it with your sword constantly. Moonerang reminded me of that.
Oh, okay,
The
got you.
timing and everything. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was gonna
Oh
tell
my
you.
god, Moonerang
Thank you
is.
for reminding me.
I
Moonerang
love
is
that move.
awesome.
I love that move. I'll
Well,
also say she's referring to. I played Zelda Ocarina of Time on stream, and they gave me a very hard time because I was very, very bad at the game.
no, he was giving us a hard time.
I
That's
was
what I
giving
will
them a hard
say.
time. Yeah, they were suffering in that stream. It was
Yeah.
insane. But there you go. Most likely, we're not going to finish the game or play the DLC. Is what it sounds
No,
like.
you will.
No, not Zelda.
Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, well, Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I'll replay it also. Haley wants to know: did you see the new Mass Effect teaser, and how do you feel about studios putting out teasers for games that are still 5 to 6 years away? I know you haven't played Mass Effect, so I'll say I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. 2 and 3 specifically. 2 is probably one of the greatest games I've ever played. Top 3 games I've ever played.
Sorry, I shouldn't.
What happened?
Sorry. Oh, I'm biting my finger and I shouldn't be doing that. So I'm like, sorry.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You know what? You're in your space. You do what you want to do in your space. Well, you'll just get comments below. Why does she biting her nails on stream? Mass Effect is great. Anybody who hasn't played it, I highly suggest that you play it. Mass Effect is, oh my god, I'm in love with that game. But I don't like that they put out a teaser for a game that's 6 years away because it depresses me. I'm not going to say that I have like a good answer or that my answer is the right answer. For me specifically, it depresses me. I'm like, in 6 years, I'm going to be 38 years old. Like, I'm going to be 38 years old playing the new Mass Effect when it comes out. I don't like to think about like that far into the future. So it's like, I'm not into the teasers being out so early. Just wait.
I don't know if you realize that I just died inside.
That's what I'm saying. Now you see what I'm feeling.
I'm gonna fucking be in my 40s.
Yeah.
Why did you say that, Anthony? I don't need to know that.
That was the question.
But no, I'm about to have a panic attack right now.
Well, you know what? It's a long way away. That's the point of the question. It's a long way. It's a long time before we get to that.
I was over here thinking, from the point of view of game developers, kind of like getting feedback earlier on, because at the end of the day, when they're working on something like that, it's important to get the feedback necessary to put out a great game.
Yeah, fuck that, right?
But then now you think about fucking.
Yeah, see, fuck that. I don't care about the developers right now.
No, I do care about the developers in that sense. Like, I think because
fine.
then you get the fucking gamers like complaining about everything, and they will still complain, and things are still gonna be messed up in some areas. So it is what it is. Tell me no.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Oh yeah, the complaint is gonna happen no matter what. We are.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, somebody got in trouble live on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
Sorry.
That was great. Thank you for that. Um,
You're welcome. Domino's welcome.
uh, yeah, I don't know for multiple reasons. All jokes aside, even about the age thing. Um, I I agree with you as far as the developer point of view of that. I just don't like knowing about something like it's hard. Like I don't want to get excited about something that's 6 7 years away. Like because I get super excited about things. So I can only speak for how
Then don't.
I feel. I can't not do it. If somebody's just like, yo, this game that you love, the new one's gonna come out in 7 years. It's like,
Anthony, you're 32 now.
yeah.
Like, tell me how fast time passes.
Oh, I'm trying not to think of it that way, because then I'm gonna be
Well,
39
no,
years old.
you literally, like, that's the thing. Like, you literally will forget about it because time passes so fucking fast.
Yeah.
It's like, it's terrible. It's so terrible.
We got depressed. Haley, god damn it, you depressed us. Let's go to Trey. Let's go. Let's go to
Believe
Trey.
this. I want to cry.
Wow, this is shit. Next episode we're bringing in a therapist to help us through these episodes. Trey 409 wants to know. Eliza P patch update made the boss fights much easier and actually makes me want to continue playing, even though I often bounce off of Souls-like games due to the stress of the difficulty. Should this be the trend for Souls-like games to make more people play these games? That's from Trey. Do you want to go first or?
Personally, I'm okay with it.
Mhm.
Because I do get stuck and stop playing the games when I'm unable to beat the boss. Call me a bad gamer or whatever you want. It's
Yeah,
okay. I
definitely a
don't
bad
care.
gamer.
But yeah, but you what? You have done Elden Rings. So like I think it's frustrating when you have to go over the same thing over and over again.
Mhm.
I think the thing with Souls game is that obviously because they want to keep it just one way, that's the problem. If like they incorporated the easier fights for people that are not that hardcore or they don't feel that like the challenge is what motivates them, but to continue through the story is what motivates them. I think maybe they should consider that. But I'm okay because I'm pretty sure it's still hard, even though they made the boss easier. Like,
Mhm.
that's what I would say. I'm okay with that because I'm okay with people being able to play games because they really want to play them, and but
Right.
maybe they don't have enough time. Remember, like gamers are not all like the kid that can sit at home all day and play video games and get good,
Yeah.
right? Like gamers are also people in their 40s and their 50s that barely have time to do anything, that have kids, that have lives, and but they still want to have that experience because they see the game and they love it, but then they sit down and they get frustrated because they cannot move forward. That is my vision on it, or like the way I feel about it because I want more people to play games, not less people to play games.
Yeah.
But
Oh, well, let me ask you this: as somebody who I see kind of both sides to this. What do you feel about? Because as somebody who's not, I'm not gonna get on here and pretend like I'm a big Souls player. Like I've only done Elden Ring and Liza P. What would you say
I
about
mean, I saw you
people?
playing Ocarina of Time and you barely could do
Yeah.
that. So
Oh shit. Yes. Look. What do you say? God damn it. What do you say about people who would tell you Souls-like games are built to be that way for the people who want to play the game that way, and that it shouldn't be
I,
messed with?
I understand that, and that's what I'm saying. That they could incorporate the option.
Mm-hmm.
Like of people that like soul like games, and then people that are a little bit less than that.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of like, oh, not that much of that hardcore gaming, but not hardcore, but difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Hardcore difficulty. I feel like maybe incorporate the option, and I understand that. You know, it's like, oh well, but it's for these type of gamers also, but like not. Oh, I don't know. Like I feel like
Yeah.
if developers want their game to be played by more people, they're gonna have to incorporate the option to be easier. Remember, there's also people with disabilities and like
Mm-hmm.
mobility and all that stuff that might affect the gameplay as well for them.
Right. And I'm
I
with
don't know.
you.
I'm very much of like an inclusive gamer,
Mm-hmm.
so
And
and
yeah.
that's the thing with that, for me.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I just see the argument now is like, if they were to do that, like they put out Elden Ring 2 and put a difficulty thing, they're going to be like, you're taking away the element of this game being difficult in a genre that's supposed to be made to be difficult, and those who don't want to play it that way shouldn't play it. And it's just like, I guess, but I also see Pink's side of like other. I'm sad about the amount of people who didn't finish Elden Ring. It's my favorite game ever. Like I wanted more people to experience it, enjoy it, like I did.
Like my counter argument to that is like, how does it affect your experience when you
Yeah.
can still play it at that difficulty? How does it affect your experience when somebody else plays it at a lower difficulty?
Hmm.
It doesn't affect it at all.
Yeah.
Like, stop criticizing people because I feel like that's also like that. I think it's completely linked to gatekeeping as
Hmm.
well, and I don't like gatekeeping.
Right.
Like I understand you want to play your hard game, and I think it's still gonna be hard for you, but like other people deserve to not deserve, but like could enjoy it as well
Hmm.
at an easier difficulty. And because they don't get the rush from just like being like the super hard game, but they enjoy the graphics, they enjoy the combat, they do enjoy that. It's still difficult for them, you know?
Hmm.
Like it's still difficult for them.
Yeah.
Like I know that I've gotten beat up in easy games, you know? So
Yeah.
it's just like, I feel like less gatekeeping and more inclusion, please. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
No, I think you said that. I think you said that perfectly. Like I said, I'm on the agreement of you. I just wanted to counter what they were gonna say about this to make this like more interesting. But I completely agree, 100%, because it did make me sad the amount of people who fell off Elden Ring. I was like, oh, I wanted everybody to see these things that I found and fight these bosses I fought and get that like experience of like, oh shit, this is so cool. And there's a lot of my friends. Most of my friends won't even touch it. Like my IRL friends are like,
Yeah.
Doug, I don't have time to sit and grind for that game. Like I got a job, I've got kids, I've got this. Like I don't have time to sit and grind a game like that for hours on end to beat one boss. And it's like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Specifically to Lies of P though, I've been playing it and the boss fights are much easier, and I'm happy because I don't have time for another difficult game. I seen that patch come out and I was like, oh shit, I'm about to play it. So I got in and I remember on the demo, I played the demo, and the final boss in the demo, I couldn't beat him. Like I just gave up. I was like, I'll get back on this when the game comes out because like this is just a demo. I'm not gonna stress myself out over a demo. I got to that boss, and I told my chat, I was like, all right, I'm probably gonna struggle here because I died to him like 30 times in the demo. I got in there and wiped him out on the first try, and I was like, that felt good. I will say it doesn't feel as good as when you kill a boss in Elden Ring, though. I will say that there is something to if you have the time and you're able to do it. And I'll only speak for me.
Mhm.
Grinding all them hours and all that time to go back and kick a boss's ass that was tearing your ass up, that feeling is unbeatable for me. It's like an addiction of like, oh my god, thank you. That felt great to finally kick his ass.
No, I get you. Like I was doing Dead Souls 2, and I basically died 20 times on the tutorial boss.
Shit.
And I didn't touch the game again
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. I
It
get
like
you.
I did it, I beat it, and I'm like, now I'm done. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's like mostly because it took me hours to just do one thing. And like, yeah, I was getting the rhythm, I was getting the rotations and all that stuff. But like, you know how frustrating it would have been probably the people that were watching me, because I remember I was on Twitch. Like the people that were watching me, it's kind of like frustration level me watching you play Ocarina of
Yep.
Time.
Yep. Yep. I don't know how I didn't see that shit coming. Yeah. And Twitch does, and to my defense, chat does make it more stressful. So you're already stressed and you're thinking like, oh, these people are watching me. And you look to the right, and it's, oh, you fucking suck. That's Pink, where she was typing, you fucking suck. I hate this fucking streamer.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I was like, I was screaming more out of desperation because I was like, dude, to your right, to your right. And he's like, what? What? Oh, no. I think the thing is that you would read it like a million years later. So
Yeah.
then you would get disoriented. And I'm like, no,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah. She's like to the right, and I look over 3 minutes later to see she said it. So I'm looking to the right from where I'm standing now. And then it's like, no, over here. And I'm like all the way on
And
the
then
other side.
He kept activating his slingshot and running out
Yes.
of ammo.
Yep.
Like, wait. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's me. That's me. I think the most stressed I've made my chat was running through Elden Ring with no shield. I told them I'm not doing it. I'll die a million times. I'm not using a shield. I don't do defense and all. Fuck that. I'm going in.
Ooh.
I'm going in blazing, and I'll die as many times as I gotta die. I'm not doing a shield. But thank you for that, Trey. And play Liza P. It's great. Who is this from? Breed, right? Yes. Yeah. I only want Pink's opinion. Well, fuck. Only want Pink's opinion on the live action Zelda movie that was announced. Does she believe that this could be good? I'm hoping for the best and glad y'all are back this week. That's from Breed. I also want to add in real quick before you go. For those who don't know, the movie, the negative I heard, I don't have an opinion on this because I'm not a Zelda mark and I shouldn't have an opinion on it. This is for the Zelda fans. But the opinion I heard, I'm once again just giving the side of the people who would argue with Pink because I don't know anything about this guy either. But it's being made by the guy who made Morbius or something like that everybody said was trash and they said his last few movies sucked. I don't know anything about this dude or what he made, but apparently that's the issue, along with how Link is going to look with his ears and everything because it's live action. So I don't know. I'm throwing this completely to Pink and you take over.
Honestly, I saw it and I'm like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, please don't ruin it. I don't like the idea of it being a live action. I feel like, I don't know, I don't know the director, which actually scares me too. The only tiny little thing of hope that I have is that Miyamoto will be present in the
I would
decisions.
hope so.
He is. That's what they say.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But they say that he will be, but also, why live action? Like, that's what I keep asking. Like, why live action? Because then I see what people are suggesting of, like, I already see like the comments of people saying who needs to be Zelda, who needs to be Link, and I'm like, no one can be Zelda or Link, no one. So like for me, it's just very hard because I really hope it's good.
Yeah.
I really do. A video game is way harder to see in a movie for me if it's not animated. Like I know people were saying, well, everybody was saying the same about the Mario movie, and it ended up being good, but it wasn't a live action.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know. I feel like Mario's way more goofy than that. I don't know. I feel like Mario's goofier, and I don't know. And then with Zelda, what scares me is that it's just like, how are they gonna mess this up? There's so many ways that they're gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
And like that's what I'm afraid of. And I'm with you, Brie. Like I really wanna believe that it's gonna be good and have hope, but I don't have hope.
Whoa, Pink don't have hope. I really thought you were gonna come in here and say everything was gonna be all right. You are the leader of this Zelda pack. You're supposed to give everybody confidence that everything's gonna be okay.
We will always have the games.
Well, there you have it. I like I said, I don't have an opinion. I didn't play enough of any of the Zelda games to have an opinion. I always thought Zelda was cool. When I played Super Smash Brothers, he was always a character I went to. I always thought Link as a character. I know people get pissed about that. Link as a character.
I actually have a shirt of Link saying, "My name is not
Yeah,
Zelda."
my name is rookie mistake on my behalf. I used to pick Link all the time in the Super Smash Bros. I always thought he was really cool, but I just like we always held the Zelda games growing up. We just never played them. It's weird. Like I had Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. I had both of those as a child, and I think we may have popped them in and just kind of messed around, but never probably because it was hard. I can't do it at 32, so I guess I wasn't doing it then either. But don't start. Yeah, I don't know. I got hope. I got hope that it's good. I want it to be good for y'all and for me. I want to watch it and enjoy it too. So I do hope it ends up being good. I just thought in my mind, I was just kind of like, I felt like animated would have been the move for that.
Zelda fandom is so weird and so varied. Like the theories that I see people having and what they want to see of the movie and just in the games, like the backgrounds they make up of all these people. I'm just like, I thought I saw someone actually said I hope they use actors that are not known. And I actually feel that. I feel like I hope they do. That there is no one that we know. Because I saw someone already saying, "Oh, Tom Holland should be Link." I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Spider-Man.
don't get me wrong. Tom
Yeah.
Holland is great.
Mm,
He's great. But he's not Link.
yeah.
Because I see Tom Holland, you know? I need to see someone that is not famous, maybe.
I was just gonna ask, is there anybody like that you've seen or thought of that you're
No.
like, no, okay, so it needs to be somebody you just don't know at all.
I have seen people that I have seen actors that people have suggested,
Hmm.
and I'm like, no,
Okay, yeah,
no, 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 no,
okay.
no. So
Pink doesn't want
if they
Spider-Man as
made
her
me,
Link.
if they would put me on the cast team, I would be no,
That's what we
good
need.
enough.
That's what would save the movie.
Animation, no.
Yes, animation now. Yeah, that's what they need is Pink back there. Scrap everything. They just get through recording a whole fucking 2-hour movie. Just scratch it, animated film now. Redo everything. All right, yeah. Hopefully that turns out good. I guess we'll see. If they are able to pull that off, though, that's going to be big. If they're able to pull that off for, well, it's either going to be that or there's going to be a lot of people making live action movies to games that shouldn't have live actions.
I don't even know who this director is, to be honest. So
Yeah. Well, like I said, though, I don't know how many directors are working on it. The only name I heard that everybody was complaining about was a dude who worked on Morbius or whatever that movie was that everybody hated so much. I don't remember his
oh my
name.
god! So I actually searched Zelda movie, and I already saw someone doing a freaking AI picture of Tom Holland being Link. No, I'm already upset. I'm upset.
Oh,
and
wow.
then already people suggesting who should be Zelda. No, 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 no one. Even somebody did Emma Watson too. Like, what is going on?
Emma Watson for Zelda?
Yeah,
Emma Watson.
she
Dang.
looks good, but no,
Yeah.
no.
It's going to be.
It's Hermione. That's Hermione.
What do you expect? What do you expect for Link then? Because it's going to be, if it's live action, I'm
I
assuming.
said no one I know.
No,
No
I don't.
one I know.
Right. I don't mean as far as like acting wise, like not as far as actor, but I think obviously since it's live, it's going to be
What
him.
is Link gonna say? Link is gonna
Yeah.
talk.
That's what I'm going. Like
Like-
that's what I'm getting to. Is what do you think? Like I don't know even.
Like things that we know about Link is that he screams and he fights and he likes to eat and sleep.
Mhm.
Like,
And if he talks and you give him a whole.
let's move on. This is stressing me out.
If he talks and you give him like a character it's going to be different from the game because
Yeah.
Link doesn't talk. He doesn't have. I'm not going to say he doesn't have personality because you don't have to talk to have a personality, but there's not
Yeah.
a lot going on with dialogue and thing. Then it's, if correct me if I'm wrong, it's you risk it not being Link other than just looking like him.
It's just weird. I just hope that Miyamoto has like a really good vision that he's able to make them stick to it and respect it. And if we don't like it, then we are disrespecting Miyamoto himself. That's what I hope for.
Yeah, you just 100%. Just force yourself to like it at that point.
Yeah.
There you go. For all the Zelda fans out there that Pink's the head of, I hope she gave you a lot of confidence that this is going to be okay. You probably just gave everybody an anxiety attack. Drake wants to know.
I am having an anxiety attack since the questionable the 6 years.
It's been a rough episode for Pink today. What comes to mind when you think of great weapons in video games? Last question from Drake. You know what? Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart has a lot of really cool fucking weapons. I can't name one specifically, but they had a lot of cool fucking weapons in Rift Apart.
I believe you.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
But what makes it good? Like what? I feel like to me, it's a combination of what the weapon can do plus the audio and how satisfying it is, right?
Mhm.
Like I am thinking of Doom Eternal, very satisfying
Doom,
weapons
yeah,
to
they did have
use
cool
to kill
weapons.
like to kill the demons and just like the of the nades when you like pop them and then you're like and you see the things explode. I think that's what makes like the weapon good for me. It's just like how satisfying it is. Uh, I think what I like of Overwatch is that it's very satisfying. For example, there's a character that's called Zenyatta. Playing Zenyatta is very satisfying because you like you throw orbs, right? So he's supposed to be a support player. So he just orbs his teammates to heal them, and he orbs the enemy team or discords them to do more damage to them. But then his shots are like I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
If you played Overwatch, you probably
Mhm.
understand what I'm talking about. Like just satisfying and like it just see like a very straight line and just see like the health going down. That is a satisfying weapon to use as
Okay.
well. I don't know. For me, it's that like it has to be fun and you see it and like obviously like in this game, for example, in Overwatch, you're like trying to win, right? So killing the enemy team helps for that. And like in Doom Eternal, yeah, like you see the demons, you see them pop and explode, and kind of like makes it satisfying to
Right.
continue. And then trying all the weapons, like even just going in and using the saw to finish them off and stuff like that. Those are good, satisfying weapons for me.
Okay. I was just looking mine up. One of my favorite is from Elden Ring when you beat the final boss, you get this sacred relic sword. And that one, it made me think of that when you said satisfying. Because as you know, when you beat Elden Ring, you can still go and like continue leveling up or find things you haven't done. There's a whole world of shit you could do. I used to go up on this cliff, which was a good grinding spot because there'd be a bunch of Albinorics just sitting there, and they give you so much runes for killing them all. But this sword, like it does like a swoosh, and like this arc of just gold just goes and just knocks them all out, just kills them in one hit, just and it makes a beautiful swoosh sound when it just goes through. And I was like, oh, this
Oh
is
yeah,
so
there you go.
satisfying committing a mass murder on
There
all
you
these
go.
Albinurics on this cliff. It's depressing and
Yeah,
great at the same time. So,
but yeah, like what makes a great weapon for you? Like
mhm.
that's the question.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe write it in the comments.
yeah. Put them in the comments below, and there should be a lot of Elden Ring comments because all of them are great. All right, that was our final question. So shout out to Drake. It was good to come back. I'm glad to be back this week. I missed this.
Yeah, I'm glad to have come back so that the episode could give me anxiety about my age and
Yeah,
about the Zelda movie.
yeah, yeah. I mean, your night wouldn't be complete without a little bit of depression.
Right. Why would it? Right?
Yeah, you can always count on the question askers to just give you a
I know you
non-depressing
didn't mean
episode.
to. I know you didn't mean to, but you broke me.
I think they meant to. Be honest, they're little shits.
No. No.
They're little
Not
shits.
me. Probably you, but me? No.
Well, you're guilty by association. Pink, Pink, it was good having you again. How about we do this again next Tuesday?
Sounds good.
All right, take us out. Once again, this is an audio podcast. She does that every time I tell her to take us out. She throws up a peace sign. No, and every time we do this, every time I say that this is not an audio podcast. It's only on YouTube, so they did see it. I don't know why. You're always right, and I always correct you on it. Okay, there's the goodbye. We do this every week now just to put her on the spot. All right.
I never have anything to say. Like he's like, "Oh, guys, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Okay, bye."
Uh,